Good afternoon po, ES Recto or DBM Secretary Toledo po. Linawin lang po natin, may budget pa rin po ba sa flood control project for this year? Kung meron po magkano, if there is none, paano po ang gagawin ng Pangulo para po matugunan yung mga malawakang pagbaha na kumitil sa buhay ng ating mga kababayan at sumira po sa mga ari-arian, gayon din sa agrikultura at sa infrastruktura?
Mayroon pa rin tayong budget for flood control but is specific for the foreign assisted project only. That's around 15.7 billion. So, because meron na tayong mga kontrata na dapat sundin at dapat ma-implement yung project according to the plan as far as the project is concerned.
Ano po mga particular na mga flood control projects itong mga to?
Right now, I don't have, pero we can, anyway, we'll publish naman na yung ating GAA so you can browse it to our GAA. What are those flood control project under the foreign assisted project? So right now, I don't have a copy of that specific project for flood control.
Kahit silang po, wala po kayo natatandaan.
Okay, this, yung, ano, ano yun? Resilience, yeah. Actually, that is for the resilience project of the DPWH. IPIF, yes. Ano yun? I think that is through the JICA loan natin. Yes.
Ito po ang simula ng isang taon na mas maayos at mas makatarungan paggamit ng pondo ng taong bayan. At isang bagong taon na may mas maraming konkretong dahilan upang maniwala sa bagong Pilipinas na sama-sama nating itinataguyod. Ulit, maraming salamat po. Happy New Year sa inyong lahat.
Bago po tayo tumanggap ng katanungan, Secretary Toledo, meron po ba kayong paunahing pananalita o tatanggap na po tayo ng questions?
Siguro enough na yung ano ni Secretary Recto opening remarks niya, so probably we can proceed now with the Q&A.
Okay, thank you po. Okay, ang unang katanungan ay may gagaling kay Katrina Domingo, ABS-CBN.
Secretaries, good morning. Happy New Year. Ano-ano po yung exact items that were vetoed by the President that constitute the 92.5 billion pesos that was removed from unprogrammed appropriations?
There are, I'll take this question. There are roughly 10 items in the unprogrammed fund. Ang tinanggal yung budgetary support to GOCCs, ang halaga niyan roughly 6,895 million. Yung fiscal support sa CARS program na 4.320 billion. Insurance for government assets na 2 billion. Prior years LGU shares na 14 million. RACE program 250,000. GOP counterpart sa foreign assisted projects sa 35 billion 769 million. Payments of PS requirements na 43 billion 245 million na nakapaloob na sa iba't ibang ehensya ng pamahalaan at natanggal na rin naman I think during yung sagip, wala na yung 80 billion na sagip, wala na rin yung Nampeday property na 210 million, public health emergency benefits na 6.7 billion, Marawi siege victims compensation under the NEP then was 2 billion. Ang natira na lang ay support, tatlong item na lang ang natira. Support to foreign assisted projects, 97 billion 305 million. Revised AFP modernization program na 50 billion. At risk management program na 3.6 billion. So ito yung natira sa unprogrammed fund. Roughly 150 billion 905 million na more or less katumbas ng unprogrammed fund noong 2019.
Sir, follow-up question. Sir, the President promised the judicious spending of taxpayers' money under the 2026 national budget. What is the administration doing to police, if not totally temper, the grant of excessive bonuses, either to lawmakers, to cabinet secretaries, or anyone in government in general? Especially these were recently flagged by several lawmakers in recent weeks.
Well, in the executive branch, wala naman excessive bonuses to begin with, no? Pangalawa, kung ang tinutukoy po ninyo ay yung budget ng Kongreso, nung nakaraang taon, ang budget ng Kongreso, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, ay 50 billion. 50 billion and correct. In 2025 GAE, ang Kongreso ay may budget ng 50 billion. Sa taong 2026, ang budget ng Kongreso ay 38.6 billion. So nabawasan ng roughly 12 billion yung budget ng Kongreso in 2026 compared to 2025.
Sorry, sir. Anong items po yung natanggal under nung 12 billion that was removed from Congress? This is both for the House and the Senate,
That
right?
is correct. For the House and the Senate and Commission on Appointments and Senate Electoral Tribunal. I don't have the details with me, but maybe the DBM would have them.
Yes, Sec. If I may, as far as the NEP of the Senate and the rest of the Congress, just to give you details, okay, for Senate, it's 7.5 in the NEP and it increased to 8.5 billion. And then for Senate Electoral Tribunal, 329 and it became 389 million. Now for the Commission on Appointments, it's 1.089 billion rather to 1.680 billion. Then House of Representatives, that is 17.2 billion to 27.7, and the HOR Electoral Tribunal 255, the same amount as far as the GA is concerned. So net level.
Okay, thank you. Follow up? Yes, Ivan?
Good morning, Secretary, sir. Sinabi po ng Pangulo, hindi hahayaan ng administrasyon na gawing backdoor for discretionary spending on unprogrammed appropriations. There will be strict guidelines, clearly defined triggers bago ho ma-release. What are we going to do differently this year? Kasi I suppose these are existing guidelines already. Those that existed the year before.
Sure.
Paano ho natin ito exactly gagawin?
Well, unang-una, nabanggit ko nga kanina na nung nakaraan, meron yung SAGIP, Infrastructure and Social Programs sa lump sum na mahigit 80.8 billion. Wala na ngayon yan. So of the 10 items or more in the unprogrammed, ang natira 3 na lang. So what are the 3 items? Again, revised AFP modernization program na 50 billion, yung risk management program na 3.6, ito'y patungkol sa mga contingent liability natin sa PPP, at yung support to foreign assisted projects na 97 billion. Ang pagkaintindi ko dito sa support to foreign assisted projects and loan proceeds, karamihan dito ay mga that did not make the cut nung ginawa ang budget for 2026 na in the pipeline. So hindi napasama sa program yan dahil wala pang maliwanag, kaya nasa unprogram yan. So ito yung mga that did not make the cut nung ginagawa ng DBM yung budget for 2026.
Thank you, Ivan. The next question will be coming from Tristan Odalo, Newswatch Plus.
Hi, Secretary. Good morning po.
Morning.
Sabi po ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos kanina rin sa speech niya na he will not allow political intervention sa implementation po or sa rollout ng social services, lalo na yung sa mga programa ng gobyerno. So how exactly is this administration plan to execute? Because isa po sa mga concern, for example, yung sa medical assistance, nagiging patronage politics din po dahil yung mga existence ng guarantee letters coming from politicians. So ano po yung, what will we do differently this time?
Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, there is a special provision in the budget or a general provision in the budget na bawal yung mga politiko during the actual disbursement or the actual pamimigay nito sa mga kababayan natin. So susundan natin yung guidelines na yan under the General Appropriations Act of 2026. Wala yan dati. So ngayon nandiyan yan, susundan natin yung guidelines na yan.
And one follow-up na lang po. Bago po mapirmahan yung budget, marami pong naglabas ng pahayag din mula sa mga lawmaker na hindi pumirma sa or hindi pumabor sa budget because sabi po nila iba't ibang variations daw po ng pork barrel pa rin sa 2026 budget. May sabi po ni Senator Amy, meron daw pong giniling pork itong budget na to or soft pork na sinasabi nila. Sa pag-aaral, sa pagre-review ng Malacanang, ano pong masasabi nyo? Pork barrel free po ba itong 2026 budget?
Yes, sa tingin namin, pork barrel free. Dahil hindi naman pwede makialam ang legislator pagdating ng executing the budget at purely executive function na yan pagdating ng execution of the budget. Thank you.
Good morning. Kay Secretary Toledo po, yung clarification lang po sa question kanina na nabanggit po ni Pangulo yung we will not allow unprogrammed appropriations to be misused. Sinabi po na i-release lang po ito upon validation. Pwede pong malaman sino pong magva-validate? May committee po ba dito?
Okay. So yung pag-validate yan, of course, aside from that validation, we need to, of course, kailangan natin ma-meet yung requirements or even triggers. One is when we have excess revenue, that's the time that we can also unlock that program appropriations. At the same time, kung mayroon na tayong perfected loan para din sa ating mga foreign assisted projects. So, mean to say, kung foreign assisted project yan, this is already validated by the ICC. It passed through the process of evaluation, at the same time, approval. So, I guess with that, the foreign assisted project, no need to validate. But as to the ating mga releases other than that, we need to look at, of course, yung process natin as to the yung aming ginagamit din sa pag-evaluate ng ating budget when we prepare the budget. And that is yung ating, okay, one is it should be aligned with the plan of the national government. Second, it should have ready for implementation, of course. And of course, yung ating prioritization as far as the agency is concerned. So those are just some of the validation that we need to look at when we release the unprogrammed appropriations.
Sir, follow-up lang po. So, kasi po, kaya ko po ito natanong dahil yung mga flood control issue ng nakaraan, nandiyan naman din po kayo sa opisina na yan. So, ang sinasabi niyo po ba, maiiwasan na itong nangyari nung nakaraan sa panahon ng dating kalihim ng DBM?
Definitely, mawawala as mentioned by Secretary Recto, actually wala na rin yung pagkukuhanan natin ng mga ganyang pondo. And very limited na lang, 3 na nga lang eh. So mean to say, hindi na mangyayari yung nangyari ng nakaraang taon o nakaraang mga unprogrammed appropriations natin. So definitely that will not happen already because as mentioned ba, 3 na lang yung prioritization natin na kailangan. Which is very strict na yung ating pag-i-evaluate niyan given, of course, yung limited fiscal space that is available to us.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Jean.
Yusek, pwede pang kay Secretary
go
Go, isa
ahead
lang
po,
po.
Ma'am Evelyn, yes.
Secretary, nabasa ko po yung nabanggit ng Pangulo na this budget further strengthens the PhilHealth with nearly 129 billion, including the 60 billion directed to be restored yung sa PhilHealth. Pwede po bang malaman kung kailan naman po maibabalik yung PDIC fund amounting to 107 billion? Thank you po.
Answer?
Ang pagkaintindi ko,
Sir.
sorry. Ang pagkaintindi ko, yung utos ng Supreme Court ay para sa PhilHealth lang at wala sa PDIC. At yung sa PhilHealth naman, nakapaloob na sa 2026 budget as directed by the President last September pa lang. At yun nga, may decision ng Supreme Court na ilagay sa 2026 budget.
I think I'll just add one more. The dispositive portion of the Supreme Court decision only talks about PhilHealth.
Thank you po, Sec.
Yes, thank you, Evelyn. Miss Jean Mangalus of Philstar.com.
Good morning. Question to Secretary Toledo. Representative Tino accused the Congress of moving 43 billion pesos of mandatory personal benefits into the UA. Can we get a clarification from the DBM about this?
Okay. Yung ating kasi unprogrammed appropriations which actually total na mention kanina ni Secretary Recto na natin niya ibig sabihin na veto ng presidente as far as the personal services requirements. Okay. So, yung nilagay yung kasi some of those program already under unprogrammed appropriations ay nilagay na natin sa budget ng ahensya which is transferring lang from the unprogrammed appropriations at nilagay na natin sa program. One of which is yung ating mga daily subsistence allowance na nilagay na natin siya doon sa ahensya ng gobyerno rather than put it in the NPBF. So inilagay na natin doon sa ahensya mismo. So yon. Actually ang nakalagay po doon is yung para sa benefits 1.02 billion na nilaan po sa 20 NPBF ay benefits para sa karagdagang doktor, nurse at ibang allied medical positions ng mga hospitals, treatment and rehabilitation centers na nasa ilalim na po ng Department of Health. Okay. Ang eksaktong bilang po ng posisyon na gagawin ay tutukuyin pa ng DOH na isubmit sa DBM para i-review at evaluate yung upang sagutin po ay consistent po sa kasalukuyan staffing ng ating mga hospital. So, yung PGF naman po, ang programa pong nandyan mismo ay para doon sa ating supposed to be pension and gratuity funds ng ating mga MUP. Okay? So, nandun na rin naman po sa programa, sa ahensya, doon sa ating mga ahensya. Like for example, in the Department of DILG and the DND.
So, bale, it wasn't removed, it wasn't put into the UA, na-distribute lang siya to the appropriate agency.
No, yes, you're right. It was already distributed. And those are mandatory kasi yan. Kailangan natin bayaran yan. Kasi kundi, magwala sila sa... So, because those are already earned already as their benefits. So that should be put in the proper place, which is already programmed in the specific agency budget.
Sa madaling salita, if I may, sa madaling salita, enough yung PS budget requirements under the program fund.
Oh, isa pang question. So we heard from the President himself that political involvement is not allowed. So can we ask what happened to alleged soft pork and patron political programs like the MAIFIP and the AIX, which have been accused of being used for patron politics?
Well, like I said earlier, merong general provision in the budget na pinagbabawal ang politiko to be present during the distribution of this ayuda. Halimbawa, susundan natin kung ano yung nakapaloob sa General Appropriations Act. Yun na rin yung guidelines natin.
Pero what would this enforcement look like? May penalties po ba yung mga politiko na sasama sa mga programs na ganito?
We will look into that. But like I said, there is already a general provision. I think it was also quoted, if I'm not mistaken. Susundan natin yung guidelines na yan.
Thank you, Jean. Follow-up question from Ivan Mayrina.
But Secretary Recto, sir, hindi naman ho kailangan ng physical presence ng politiko para mag-intervene sa mga ayuda, if I may use that word. Hindi ho ba? So paano ho kaya mas matitiyak na hindi nga nakikialam itong mga politiko?
Maybe
Since nandyan pa rin po yung mga MAIFIP and other...
Ang masasabi ko lang dyan ay meron batas na may general provision under the General Appropriations Act na susundan natin.
Something that wasn't there previously.
Hindi tayo dadagdag sa batas, hindi rin tayo babawas kung ano man ang nakalagay sa batas.
Eden Santos.
Good afternoon po, ES Recto or DBM Secretary Toledo po. Linawin lang po natin, may budget pa rin po ba sa flood control project for this year? Kung meron po magkano, if there is none, paano po ang gagawin ng Pangulo para po matugunan yung mga malawakang pagbaha na kumitil sa buhay ng ating mga kababayan at sumira po sa mga ari-arian, gayon din sa agrikultura at sa infrastruktura?
Mayroon pa rin tayong budget for flood control but specific for the foreign assisted project only. That's around 15.7 billion. So, because meron na tayong mga kontrata na dapat sundin at dapat ma-implement yung project according to the plan as far as the project is concerned.
Ano pong mga particular na mga flood control projects itong mga to?
Right now, I don't have, pero we can, anyway, we'll publish naman na yung ating GAA so you can browse it to our GAA. What are those flood control project under the foreign assisted project? So right now, I don't have a copy of that specific project for flood control.
Kahit silang po, wala po kayo natatandaan.
Okay, this yung ano ano yun? Resilience, yeah. Actually, that is for the resilience project of the DPWH. IPIF, yes. Ano yun? I think that is through the JICA loan natin. Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes, Letra, yes.
Related pa rin po dun sa alleged pork, dun po sa 32 billion na Farm to Market Road na project, sino pong nag-identify ng mga pupundang proyekto?
Ang pagkaintindi ko dyan ay Department of Agriculture yan. Ang nagbigay na listahan ng Farm to Market Roads.
Yung mga congressman po, wala silang...
Wala akong alam dahil nung napanood ko yung BICAM, doon pinasok sa BICAM to, nagkaroon pa nga ng sagutan kung matatandaan natin sa PICC. So ito yung plano ng DA na binigay sa Kongreso for the Farm to Market Roads.
Isa pa po, binanggit ni Senator Amy, sumulpot lang din daw ito sa BICAM, yung Presidential Assistance to Farmers isang uri rin daw po ito ng ayuda. Pwede pong malaman ano po itong pondong ito?
Ang pagkaintindi ko dyan ay nakapaloob na yan in the General Appropriation or in the GAB version. If I'm not mistaken, meron ng roughly 10 billion ata yung kung di ako nagkakamali. Yan ay assistance sa farmers dahil minsan ang presyo ng bigas or ang presyo ng palay ay 12 pesos per kilo. I think we want to maintain the farm gate prices roughly at 18 pesos. Yun ang diferensya dyan. Binabayaran natin yung diferensya.
Thank you, Left Narciso.
Tulong yan para sa ating magsasaka.
Yes, sir.
So, hindi pork barrel yan. Sa mahigit 2 million farmers kung natatandaan ko.
Thank you, ES. Thank you, Left Narciso of DCRH.